You know what? Let's go through, now that we have seen a lot of the pets, let's go through all of them. And I also have a special one that has not been revealed that only I know about. But yeah, first up is the Manticore. We saw this one 11 days ago already. So they are taking their time with these reveals. This was the first reveal. And the ability of it is enemy elements are 2 times worse. And I think this is really, really good. This is obviously a tier 5 or 6 because it seems to be a stagnant effect. And this is the only pet that I think has this, where it just affects the entire board of every pet involved. So if this is in the back and you have weakness on everything, even if it's not the one attacking, it'll still do stuff, which I think is really, really strong. And you could use this with pets like basically anything that's good into ailment already, like blowfish, hedgehog, summons, octopus. Literally anything that's good will just become stronger. And you just put this in the back. I assume this works if something else is damaging it. This is the only pet to ever do something like that, so it could be written wrong. But if it's how it's read, Manticore is broken. It also, yeah, ink as well. It could make ink really good. I find it so annoying you have to pause the video to read the ability. Such a minor inconvenience. Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. It is very short. You would think they could just do like a 30-second clip, and then like the second the ability gets revealed, it just lasts like 30 seconds, and that's kind of all you need, but it's, you know, not that big of a deal. So I think this is going to be A tier or S tier, depending. It's S tier if it works how I think it does. It's probably B or A if it is. Actually, it's probably not even that great if it's just itself that does the damage. And then we have the Yeti. I like the look of the Yeti. And the Yeti's ability, I think, is really cool as well. In turn, roll 3 times while freezing duplicate pets. So this works with... It would be really cool to work alongside the ostrich. Because let's say you have the Yeti. Let's say the Yeti's tier 5. I don't know if it will be. It probably will be. But yeah, Yeti is really good at helping you find duplicate pets. Yeah, rolled 9 times. It's also really good... I think when paired with the ostrich. If the Yeti is stronger than the ostrich, which probably won't happen, but for like 1 turn. So never mind. But let's say you have Yeti, which is tier 5, ostrich, which is tier 6, and then other tier 5s and 6s. The Yeti will just roll and then freeze all the 5 and 6s that it sees. Yeti, dragon, moose with team of tier 1s. Okay, so you have to have a Yeti, a dragon... A Yeti and a dragon, and then 3 tier 1s, and it will also freeze other Yetis or dragons. Probably not terrible. It would get you a little bit of extra tier 1s. How is duplicate defined? Duplicate means pet that is currently on your team. I don't think you try and combo this, honestly. Okapi, yeah, it could help Okapi, and you just don't have to roll that much for it. Does it use your gold? No, it does not. That'd be... I hope not. I think this is really good, though. I think you don't try and synergize with it. Maybe Okapi. I think it's just good at helping you get your level ups. Like, it can just be like a pivot pet. How does it work with hamster? It'll roll, and if you roll, you'll get money if you haven't rolled yet, and then it'll disappear. Tier 3 or 4. If this is tier 3 or 4, it's way too good. Rolling is so valuable, especially when you don't have to spend money for it. Because this is like, right here, it's like sort of like a hamster. If moose unfreeze goes off first, yeah, so the moose, that is another thing. It could pair with the moose. If the moose is stronger, it will unfreeze everything, use all the tier 1s, and then Yeti will start rolling and hopefully find you more moose, which typically moose is hard to get more moose because you can't freeze the moose. And this would work well with jelly if it was low tier. If it's high tier, why not as good? I think it's really fun. I don't think it's overpowered. Solid card. And then we have the new turkey. Look at this. Wow. The turkey, never before seen. And then you got this thing, the drop bear, not to be confused with a koala. It's a real thing. But empty front space. Jump to the front and deal 3 damage to the last enemy in battle. This is a doorhead ant. Same idea. So if you think about it that way, is gaining 4 health on the doorhead ant better or worse than dealing 3 damage to the back line? I think it's better. I think this is probably a tier 3. I can't believe they put a real creature in the mythical pack. Yeah. Tier 1? No. No way is this tier 1. I think if it's tier 2, it's too good. I think it's tier 3. Yeah, it does the same damage as the dolphin, and it works the same as the doorhead. But it's also like, it is a weird situation. Yeah, I think it's tier 3. Because at its worst, it's a little bit worse than like a hoopoe bird. A little bit better than a doorhead ant, and at its best, it's a little bit better than a hoopoe bird or like a dolphin or something, because it's hitting the last enemy instead of the lowest health. And I don't know if you take it late enough to be countering like the turkey and stuff like that. I don't know. Could be good. Similar to the doorhead ant. I don't know how this works with a tiger. Like if the tiger's second slot, it jumps to the front. Yeah, I don't know how it works with tiger. I think it's tier 3. I think it's solid. If it's tier 2, you get it every time. And then we have the salmon of wisdom, which I've never heard of. I've heard of drop bear. I've heard of Yeti, of course, and I've heard of a Manticore. I've never heard of a Salmon of Wisdom. I think it's Japanese folklore. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be the expected mythical pets, like Minotaur or Centaur or something like that. A Phoenix, definitely. A Sphinx, I would have to assume. Maybe a Griffin. I assume all the popular ones are going to be in there. And then they're going to have Mothman. What if they had Mothman? Loch Ness Monster? Yeah. Sasquatch? Yeah, they need Mothman. Where's Mothman from? Like Arkansas? And it's just the silk moth with 2 legs. Okay, but the Salmon of Wisdom is give 2 frontmost friends and enemies +2, +4, and +6 experience. Well, West Virginia. Oh. Yeah, this one is like the White Tiger, but a little bit different. Because it levels up more things and it also hits your opponents. But I think if you're building around it, it's probably good for you. It's like the microbe. Like the microbe obviously affects your team as well as the other team, but if you play around it, it's typically better for you because you know it's coming. Hyena plus salmon insanity. Armadillo, yeah. I wonder if, because you know how there's the thing with held food? Like if a turtle faints and something is already holding a melon, it will go to the next pet. I wonder if the Salmon of Wisdom works, like if there's a level 3 next to the Salmon of Wisdom, if it will skip it and go to the next pet. Surely a tier 4? I think it's probably tier 4. Yeah, I wonder if it skips level 3s. And yeah, this seems really good in 1v1s. The Pug does not do that though. That's true. Isn't it very strong at tier 4? It is. It might be tier 5. I think it's tier 4 though, because you could just get ruined. But it could also be good if you have very weak snipers and they have stuff with like start of turn abilities. If their stuff happens first and then the salmon happens and then your stuff happens afterwards, then they don't really get the benefit of the levels. So I think this is fun. I think it's like White Tiger. It can be maybe punished. It's probably fun in 1v1s. I like it. And then the Sleipnir, I think is how you say it. The Sleipnir is the introduction of mana. Give the frontmost friend +1 mana for each to attack this has. I think this is broken. I think this is, I don't know. I think this is like old Nurse Shark that has less of a build-up requirement. What does mana do? Unspent mana deals damage to 1 random enemy on feint. Some pets can spend it for even stronger effects. So, Sleipnir, start a battle. Let's just say start a battle, give 2 frontmost friends 25 mana. Both of those pets feint and deal 25 damage. It is weird, like, does each pet contain each thing of mana? Like, it's not like trumpets. It's not like an overarching, like, it's not start a battle, give 2 friends 25 mana. You don't have 50 mana. Each pet has 25 mana. So that's how it's different from trumpets. Each pet has mana that's given to it that only it can spend if it's on itself. That's how it's different from trumpets. If it's 1 damage per mana, it seems like it is. Unspent mana deals damage to 1 enemy on feint. This is the effect of mana right here. And then there are pets that can use mana, but we haven't seen any yet. Tier 6, 100%. 100%. And then we have the Werewolf, which was revealed today. But we also have my secret one. Do we know if it hits for 25 damage? I assume it's 25 damage at once. But I don't think there's confirmation. But this is the Werewolf's ability. Very interesting ability. Also, it looks a lot different here than it does here. But either way. If the turn is even, gain 100% attack and health, gain 200% attack and health, or gain 300% attack and health. It's probably tier 4 or 5. It's a better eel, but if the turn is odd, then it's not good at all. Yeah, it gets its ability every other turn. It makes sense lore-wise. The werewolf is only strong at night, so it's like day and night every single turn. Odds should be debuff. That'd be kind of cool. Werewolf's gonna get nerfed. The even numbers are full moons. True. Yeah, I don't know. This is cool. Doesn't seem that strong in 1v1s. It seems very interesting in 1v1s. Turns into human off turns. It's 100% instead of 50%. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a better version of the eel, but it only works every other turn. So that's why I assume it's probably tier 4. Eel got moved down to tier 3 though, but I don't think this would be tier 3. Because if it's tier 3, you just buy it for like 1 turn on turn 5 and or turn 6 and it just wins, and then you sell it and you just get a free win on turn 6. It would be cool if it had like a different ability on odd turns that didn't make it useless. But it may just be overpowered on even turns and bad on odd turns, and then that's fine. I think this is a tempo pet for sure. I think it's a good tempo pet. Because even like if you get it level 3, like a 10-10 becomes a 40-40. Like a 13-13 is a 50-50. It's overall the same stat gain as a lion, just staggered. Yeah, but that's the limiting factor, and the lions is you can't have anything tier 5 or 6. Which one is worse? I don't know. Maybe it's obviously the lion is better on odd turns, but sounds hard to balance. It does. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that is all that is public. And then yesterday I showed you all, let's see, the Easter egg. And we had a couple of guesses as to what was in this thing. This is a held food in the new pack. It's not the Easter bunny. It's not a jackalope. It's not a Wolpertinger. There was one guess that we had that I assumed would be wrong, and I was kind of made fun of for even guessing, but it is actually correct. It is a rabbit of some sort, and it is actually the killer rabbit from Monty Python. The white killer rabbit is what it is. And the Easter egg is a held food, summons one white killer rabbit on faint. And the white killer rabbit's ability is that attacks for double damage. And that's its only ability. Because, I mean, there's going to be a way. This is one of the secret achievement pets. Because if you pill the pet holding the Easter egg, you will get the white killer rabbit. So I assume at level 2, it'll do triple damage. Level 3, it'll do quadruple damage. But I was not given that information. But yeah. Cool idea. I like the fact that we have something like the honey that gives us a pet that we can't normally get. Because like the banana gives a monkey, but you can normally get a monkey. I know you can't normally get it in the pack that it's in, but I like this. It should insta-kill, like it gives peanuts. I like the double damage. I like the double damage over the peanut, but I don't know what the stats are either. I wasn't given that information. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what the stats are. I guess we weren't given the stats of any of the pets. Because like this held food could be like tier 2. And it could just be a 2/2 rabbit, and it does 4 damage. But it could be like a tier 5 or a tier 6 held food, and it could be like maybe like a 6/1. I assume it's gonna have like a high attack and 1 health or something like that. Summon buffs go crazy. Yeah, I think I like this idea. A tier 6 summon item would be cool. Yeah, what if it's a tier 6 and it summons like a 10/1 or like a 10/5? And it does 20 damage. Banana's tier 4 only for a 4/4. Yeah, but you also get the ability if you pill it in the shop. What if it's like a sloth where it's an ultra rare food? Oh, I don't know. Is the percentage going to go up as it leveled? I don't know. This is all I was given. I was given the 2 artworks, a couple of riddles that I had to answer. And then the item is Easter egg with the ability summons 1 white killer rabbit on faint to the holder. And the white killer rabbit attacks for double damage. At level 2 and 3, I assume it's more. Oh yeah, but that's it. That's it. We'll look at them as they continue to come out, but that is it.